Hello guys, today we are going to talk about a book called The Measure of a Man, a Spiritual Autobiography by Sidney Poitier. Well, basically this is a book by Sidney Poitier. It's a biography or whatever you want to call it, or an or a spiritual biography. It's basically a book by African American actor called Sidney Poitier, who used to come in Hollywood movies a long time ago. Well, basically, he was born in the Bahamas Islands, where he lived for a long time with his parents and siblings. He always dreamed of becoming an actor, and used to watch cowboy films. And then what happens next is that he comes to the United States of America, and he becomes wants to become an actor, as I told you before. And then he comes to Florida, and then he goes to New York City, where he starts working in movies. Okay, he starts working in movies, and he's a African American actor. Okay, and he's the first African American actor to win an Academy Award. He comes in various movies, including the book called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner in 1968. So he's basically an actor who used to come in movies a long time ago in the 1960s, when he was very popular and was at the peak of his fame. So he's the African American actor who has come in many movies in Hollywood, and he's made a name for himself. And this is a very short, I should say, spiritual autobiography about the man, by the man, I should say, which is only 243 pages long, which is very short, because I'm used to reading long books. Okay. So he talks about his life, how he's from the Bahamas, how he's African American, and about how he lives in the United States of America, and how he goes to Broadway and New York City and stuff like that. He talks about his life, how he grew up in the Bahamas. He talks about how he about Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks. He talks about the movement of that Martin Luther King Jr. started to give freedom to the people from Africa and give them equal rights. So that's what happens in this book, guys. So it's basically revolves around Sidney Poitier, as I told you, who comes in Hollywood films and has made a name for himself. And this was a spiritual autobiography, which was it was a nice book, but nothing great. It was nice. It was a nice book. It was pretty short, but it was nothing great. As a matter of fact, I've read better books than this. I would recommend you some other book. It was just okay. I don't know what to say about this book. Anyways, so that's what happens in this book. It's about how he becomes the first African American to win an Oscar, and his name is Sidney Poitier, and he comes from Bahamas, and he used to live a long time ago in the 1960s. He describes his life, how he gets married to a woman, and he has children. It's about his life. It's about how he's Sidney Poitier, everything he does and stuff like that. Okay, guys. Okay, bye, guys.